Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is the SU-85. It's a Tier 5 Soviet tank destroyer. It's located on the eastbourne of Fjords, and it's under the command of 73 north of WTWW clan.
Let's go.
Well, this tank is basically a T-34 without its turret and with a gun at the front and heavy armour there. But actually it's not heavily armoured at all. It's only maximum armour is only 45mm, and that's at the front and the sides. At the rear it's only 40mm thick. It's basically an excuse to put an 85mm gun on a T-34 as a tank destroyer, and he's using the premium rounds, capable of 180 alpha, 194mm of pen, and quite a high shell velocity with the APCR. He's aiming towards the western gap, the western pass, and the M10's gone straight in to try and get to that little pocket where he can shoot north. And it looks like he's going to get up there without the enemy spotting him. Okay. They started producing these in August of 1943 and produced them until July of 1944, when it was replaced by the SU-100. They made 2,050 of them. It was a huge number. But of course that's because the SU-100 took a little while during development, and that was a little later. It was just a great way of not producing a T-34 and putting a big gun onto the hull of a T-34. It was cheaper to make, and of course it had a much better gun, but of course it still suffered from damage because of course that thin armor. But it's so heavily raked at the front that a lot of shells will bounce straight off if they catch it at the wrong angle. Has a reasonably good speed as well, 55 kilometers an hour, which is similar to the T-34. So it can flank with them. It can actually keep up with the T-34s, and because it's so low, because there's no turret, it's very difficult to spot when it's behind cover. Now you can see that a couple of enemy tanks have gone after our M10. And in fact, one of them is an M10 himself, but he's actually he's been completely wiped out. So that was a good thing there. In fact, it was one of our KV-1s that actually got the kill shot on that guy. Okay, KV-1SA is round the corner. Nice shot and a first kill. He actually went through the track wheel as well. Going for the M10? Yes, easy one. Oh, looks like he might have tracked him, but or did he fix the track? He's actually behind the rock now, but that went through the top of the turret. And yeah, the reload beat him there. The standard reload is 5.75 seconds. You can see here 73 north has got a reload of 4.75. Ooh, crumbs. Cutting straight across, and I think he needs to stick back at the end of this road to shoot at them as they come through the pass. He doesn't want to get too close because he could get mobbed by the enemy. We've got two guys here, the KV-1 and T1 Heavy, and he's basically supporting them by shooting up at the same corner. If the enemy does come through, then they're going to get shells from two different directions at the same time. That's assuming that they also might actually get shots from the peninsula quite some distance away. He'll be spotting for those guys. The Stugfear, and there's a Churchill back there, but I think he might be an AFK, as is the KV-1SA on our team. We've lost the T1 Heavy, so it's only the KV-1 now holding these guys back, and here they come. Here we go. First shot straight through the side of the vehicle for 196. He was spotted, but the KV-1 went down, so our guy has held them back a bit longer. But here got a Stugfear. Nice kill. can get the next kill. Well, it's a KV-1SA. He's getting a little close here, but he's using the wreck as cover, and he's pushing the wreck back into the field of fire, and, well, not quite, but he can hit that M10. Was it a Wolverine? No, it is an M10 RBFM. In fact, it's the same one he fired at before. Same guy. Parked himself in a very bad place, and here comes the KV-1SA and the OI at the same time, so he really needs the help of the guys behind him now. Now he can easily punish this OI because he can penetrate the armor, but he's going through the lower plate, but he's having to get further back, and he's getting closer to the water, and he might drop in. Oh, good shot on the turret of the KV-1SA. You notice how he monstered that OI in the end, but he didn't get the kill. And there's that M10 again. Can we get a shot? Yes, we can. And he's out the game. That's the second kill. He's trying to push his way around the corner, just showing his angled armor, which did... Well, he blocked the shot there with his tracks, but he's trying to get the front of that vehicle. Okay, that was the second one on the tracks. He's actually blocked the shot with his gun. You can see there's a hole near the gun barrel, and if he fired in real life with a broken gun barrel like that, the gun would blow up. It would literally blow up. Okay, the arc of fire is 15 degrees either side, otherwise you have to move the vehicle. He's very skillfully maneuvering this to keep getting shots. But unfortunately, in the end, the KV-1SA got the better of him. But it looks like the KV-1SA got wiped out by our KV-1, and then our KV-1 got wiped out by the Stug 4 on the enemy team. So even though he went down, the person who got him got taken out, and now the enemy just got 2 tank destroyers left, the M10 RBFM and a Stug 4. And we know where they are, but unfortunately it looks like on our team that both of the other remaining tanks are AFKs. The KV-1SA and the Stug, well, the Stug 4 is not AFK. The KV-1SA is, I think, and the Stug, well, he's on the peninsula, hasn't taken any damage, and I'm wondering, did he actually participate in the battle? I think he might have, if he was shooting from over there. It's a reduced numbers game, by the way, if you didn't notice, because yes, I'm afraid there are only 13 players on either team. At least I think it's 13. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe. 11 players on either team. Well, the KV-1SA is now being harvested, and I'm afraid, yes, it was AFK. And that's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for 73 North of the WTWW clan in the SU-85. How many tanks does he have going at the same time? A lot. He also got his first mark of excellence out of that game, as well as a fire per effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one he got 7, and he got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, but sadly he couldn't stay alive long enough to actually be there when he was needed to stop his teammates from being harvested, and the end of the game was inevitable. It was a defeat because there was 2 AFKs. His win rate from that one, 6,798, which is super Unicum standard. But I think the problem in the end was that he was overcome by a tank who actually had the auto reloader and could pump enough rounds into him quickly enough to actually make a difference and take him out of the game. Did have good armor, and he was waggling as much as he could, trying to get that 85mm to bear, but sadly it ended up being a loss. We can see the highest damage in the game was 2,351 hit points, Second highest damage was the M10 RBFM on the enemy team, 2,251. And again, I think that might be the same RBFM that he hit earlier in the game. Just have a quick check on that. No, it's not. It's a different one. So they must have had more than a few RBFMs in that game. But yes, that guy got 2,251 in second place. And in third place, it was KV1 on our team with 1,191. Reduced numbers game, obviously, because it's either late at night or on some occasion when there just wasn't enough players and they didn't put bots into the game either. So third, when it came to kills, we can see the high scorer was the Stugfear on the enemy team. 5 kills to him. 3 kills went to the M10 RBFM, and he got the tank sniper, and also to the KV1 on our team. And 2 kills went to 73north and the Stugfear on our team. So he wasn't actually AFK, the Stug. He was just sitting at the back all the time during the battle. When it came to base XP, it's actually to the enemy team. The M10 RBFM managed 1,159. The only player to get over 1,000 base, 801 went to the Stugfear. And when it came to third place, that's the KV1SA that killed 73north. He got 661 out of the game before he got wiped out. And there's 73north with 619 in fourth place on base XP. He fired 22 rounds in the game, got 15 direct hits and 14 penetrations. Damage of 2,351, of which 753 were at more than 300 meters. 9 hits received from the enemy, 4 of them penetrated, 5 non-penetrations. I'm afraid the angled armor at the front, so long as they actually hit the right spot, they can actually get the shells through. And I think that KV1SA was able to put the rounds on its lower plate, which was vulnerable, and not on its upper plate where it might have bounced off. That was the non-penetrations, or rather the non-penetrations were actually shots that went into the tracks. 455 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, 126 hit points of damage assistance. He actually made a loss on that game because he used premium ammo, 49,653 credits on a premium account. Ouch, but he did get the Courageous Resistance Award even though he lost the game. And he got 1,452 experience points out of that one again, mainly down to the fact, of course, he got the Battle Hero medal, the high caliber in the game, and that bumps his score up. So I hope you enjoyed that quick brief game in the SU-85. The battle actually lasted just 8 minutes. He died after 6.5 minutes into the game. But sadly, yes, those AFKs really did hurt them in this game. And you've got to wonder if people go into a battle late at night when they know there's very few people around, and they just sit there AFK so they can rack up and collect some more experience points and not actually participate in the battle at all and leave somebody else to actually collect the win. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people like that around, and they won't actually participate in the battle simply because they don't have the skill and they just want to rack up enough experience so they can get all the equipment and move on to the next level in the next tier. And it's very sad that that happens because you'd hope that people, if there is a reduced numbers game, that they would all join in and fight. But sadly, it doesn't happen all the time. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.